Good afternoon. Well, to my traveling party, it's
Not about the security reasons.
If they refuse to return to the table at all.
well, there's a lot of bubbling, as you know, about whether the North Koreans are ready to return to the table or not, and we will see. Until we have a date, we don't have a date, and so it's and since the ball is in the North Koreans' court.
Makes the pursuit of American foreign policy interest
And constructive. No, it's not enough to just return to the talks. You have to be willing to come back and talk about what the talks are about, and that is the dismantling of the North Korean nuclear program. The 5 parties remain committed and remain consistently committed to a non-nuclear Korean peninsula, to a message to the North Koreans that they cannot have a nuclear weapon and have integration into the international system. And that has got to continue to be the message. Of course, we are always going to reserve all other alternatives. The Security Council has been mentioned. It's an alternative that is there for the international system. But we don't have a timetable for that, and we believe that the 6-party talks still have an opportunity to do what they were designed to do.
leaders, some of whom you'll be seeing again.
So I think the message would be that, yes, we need to have patience, but yes, we also understand that this cannot be an American enterprise or a coalition enterprise for the long term. It has to be an Iraqi enterprise. And since taking office, and well, the sad thing about Iran is it's moving backwards, not forward. There are some places where the trend line is moving forward, and some places where the trend line is moving in the wrong direction. I think everyone would say that the Iranian system, political system, was more open a few years ago than it is now.
But just the foreign policy impact, pardon me.
While we recognize and believe very strongly that the goal of everyone has to be to integrate China as fully into the international system as possible and to try and create conditions in which China is a positive force, it is also entirely appropriate to be concerned that that happened before there is a major military escalation of China's capability. And so Israel has a responsibility to be sensitive to that, particularly given the close defense cooperation between Israel and the United States. And given that we have had some very difficult discussions with the Israelis about this, I think they understand now the seriousness of the matter, and we'll continue to have those discussions. Yes.